So when I asked the guys, how was the fishing this week? And the words I got back was, it's on fire, it is smoking, it is beautiful, it is brilliant, it is amazing, there is bite everywhere. Guys, KZN is absolutely epic right now. Such amazing fishing all over, and look at these conditions. It is absolutely perfect. Now I am coming to you from the Durban Ski Boat Club. I'm at the basin, and this is where we're going to be this evening because the fishing, the inedible action, is the talk of the town. It's not just the talk of the town, it's the talk of the province. Now we're going to get into all of this week's fishing reports for South Coast right down to the North Coast, but before we do, let me just tell you, guys, it is amazing, and it's going to stay amazing. It's going to stay amazing for the next couple of days. So let's get into all of this week's action, starting off down the South Coast. But before we do, guys, special thanks to our sponsors, the Kingfisher and CMH, Nissan, Proton, and Mitsubishi in Pinetown. None of this could be possible without them. So as always, support those that support you. Now let's get into this week's action. Guys, down the South Coast, there is only an inedible action, right? Don't even bother fishing for anything else. They have sand sharks, they have a ton of little hammerheads, there are brown skates, there are blue skates, there are honeycombs. It is insane the amount of inedible action that's happening out there. And they've even had 2 makos come out this week. So guys, the fishing down the South Coast has been truly magnificent, but purely on the inedible side. Now Adam has told me that what you want to do is just carry inedible stuff, carry stuff for flatfish, because there hasn't been much edible action. In fact, virtually nothing to report of. Yes, you will get that odd bronze bream, the odd blacktail, but with that amount of flatfish out there, guys, really don't bother fishing for anything else. Now, moving further down, Scottborough, Parkreni, Rocky Bay, I didn't hear too much of what's going on out there, apart from the obvious shad anglers, which we know, put it back. Still another week to go, guys. Trust me, next week, Wednesday, go do what you want. Well, don't do what you want, stick within that bag and size limit. As for Warner Beach and Amanzimtoti, well, Gary has come back and reported that the fishing has been truly remarkable. Lots of flatfish action. There's still some garrick around. The brush are still around. There's a couple stumpies. But guys, it's all about the sand sharks and the honeycombs that are coming out right now. Beautiful species coming out. This is definitely the time to get those rods bending. As for Durban, well, that's where Mike went on for days. That incredible action has gone on since last week. Guys, it has been this area, the basin. Guys were getting rods bending on virtually every afternoon. Now, we got a high tide in the evenings this week, so make sure to get down here if you really want to try your hand at that inedible action. But apart from that, there's been grunter, there's been stumpies, there's been cob. The harbor has produced an insane amount of grunter from small to large, going up to 80 centimeters. There's also been some kingfish that's been on the bite. So the harbor is looking really good. And if you're looking for offshore action, well, that is on fire on all fronts. Popcorn season, guys, it is here. Dorado, they have arrived, and they have arrived in a massive way. Lots of Dorado, some decent sized tuna, and a few of them at that. And on top of that, the bottom fishing has been truly magnificent. So if you do not have a boat, make sure to book out a charter and get out here, because the fishing is absolutely amazing. Now, moving further up to the North Coast, well, guys, it's full on inedible action. That's all the guys are fishing for. Yes, like I said, you will get the odd bronze bream. You'll get that close season shad, which you are going to put back. You are going to get stumpies. But guys, majority of the area, all the way from Bolito right up, has been all about the inedible action. So that is our North Coast. And if you are interested on the water conditions, because we know the basin usually is this beautiful, right? Check out the water conditions of the North Coast as we speak.
Good day, Venetian all anglers. This is a Wednesday afternoon. What a stunning afternoon. Low tide. Wow. Perfect weather for spinning, I reckon, personally. The water is so clean. Look at that. The diver's dream of note. Yeah, from this side, Martin, live from Salt Rock / Sheffield.
So thank you, Martin. That is the conditions out there. Guys, it is inedible time. Get out there. It's summer. The conditions are beautiful. It's a beautiful week in KZN. So moving further up to Mtunzini Banks, well, Nick has reported diamond action, guys. That smash is coming around, and that diamond action is happening, coming over the banks, right between the stone wall and the mouth. So guys, diamond season is here. They're all 40 kilos plus. If you want to go and try your hand on that, that is the place to be. And Port Durnford is certainly the place to be right now, according to our reports. Moving further up to Richards Bay and St. Lucia, well, it's just a shark fest as well. So no news on the edible action, but if you are targeting those inedibles, well, that's the place to be. There have been a couple sharks coming out on the rock and surf side, but offshore, Dorado tuna, that's been it every single day. I mean, look at some of these visuals. Special thanks to the Wave Dancer for providing us with this. Guys, the fish are absolutely magnificent out in those areas. And now to round off the KZN report on the freshwater side, Jan has reported that the fishing is on the wall, on the hook, on the wherever it is, the fish are there. Guys, there's a lot of fish happening right now. Albert Falls, carp and bass, they are even coming out on fly. I mean, not to say they haven't come out on fly before. They tend to do come out on fly every now and then. But guys, if they are coming out on fly, they're coming out on those other baits. And it is an amazing time right now. Same with Mudma, same with the private dams. Bass action of note. If you are trying to catch some trout, well, good reports on the still water as well as the freshwater side. So lots of great reports on the freshwater side of KZN, no matter what species you are targeting. So all in all, we could have not asked for a better week of fishing. I mean, like I said at the start of my show, our reporters are saying it's crazy, it's wild, it's on fire, it is smoking. Guys, KZN is inedible time. We waited a long time for this. As anglers, you really want to get those rods bending, you really want to bring in the personal best, well, this is the time to do it. Sand sharks are all over the place. How about this catch from Jace? Guys, this was truly magnificent. So whether you're looking for that big kingies, whether you're looking for the sand sharks, whether you are looking for the diamonds, whether you are looking for the bass, KZN has it. The conditions are poised for it. This weekend is looking amazing. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of wind on Friday night, but Saturday is the day. And Sunday, yeah, there will be a little bit of a sprinkle of rain, but that doesn't stop the edibles from coming around if you are targeting that type of species. So all in all, get out there and fish. But when you do, always remember, keep that fishing area tidy, respect your bag limits, and fish for the future.